Okay, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate you taking the time to learn what we've been up to at Snappii, and we're looking forward to getting your feedback, which is the most important part of this event today. So joining me today are Darlene Drown, our VP of Sales, and Steve Ravito, working our support. The agenda for today is we're going to give you a little bit of a company update where we are in terms of customers and overall direction. We're going to tell you about new features that we've added, very exciting stuff. And we're going to talk about future direction. You know, what are we focusing on in 2017? And then my favorite part is the Q&A in discussion. So you have the question capability in front of you. So go ahead and start entering questions. And when I'm finished with the presentation, I'm going to answer all of your questions. Gonna try to keep it at 30 minutes as we promised, but I'm gonna stay to make sure that I answer all of your questions. So whatever the questions are, please make sure enter them into questions section, and I'm gonna get to them all. Okay, so a little bit about where we are and the progress we made as a company. We are continuing to grow phenomenally. That's really exciting news. We grew the company on a year-over-year basis, about 68%. Huge growth. Some of the premier customers that you see here are big users of Snappii. So it's a whole spectrum of customers, from small companies that you never heard of to some of the largest Fortune 500 companies in the world. And it's a very gratifying feeling to know that we scale rather well in all of these environments. Just recently, we crossed the million device threshold, meaning if you look at all the customers that have whether we built apps for them or they built apps on Snappii, or they're using some of our off-the-shelf apps, you put them all together, Snappii is running on over 1 million devices and over 1,000 customers. So really exciting stuff. Thank you so much. That's really credit to you guys. We've been making a steady evolution from not just being a do-it-yourself platform, which is where we started and still continues to be our direction, but more and more into the ready-made business apps. What we're finding is customers are coming to us with a specific need and a specific solution. So we've been very busy at creating ready-made apps that you can download and use right away. We are also making these apps available to our partners, right, so that you can offer the same sort of ready-made solution for a lot of your customers, right? The bottom line is that people are looking for a solution quickly and inexpensively. Not everyone can afford to have, order custom app development. So the idea is to deliver solution to the customer faster and at a price point that they can afford. And so that's been a big part of our app push. At this point, Snappii has over 300 business apps in about 30 plus industries. So if you haven't downloaded some of our apps from Google and Apple App Store, I would encourage you to do so. Just open the App Store icon, type in Snappii, and you can just download and try these apps on your device. We offer free trials on all of them. So let's talk about some of the really exciting capabilities that we've added to the platform. So a lot of our customers are making the transition from paper forms to apps, right? And so usually what's the issue? The business problem is they're dealing with paper forms. They get lost. They need to be printed. You need to remember to take them with you. I'm predominantly talking about the people working in the field, which is, I would say, vast majority of our customers are people that are actually working in the field. And nowadays, there's really no reason to drag paper forms with you and having to fill them out, collect them, re-enter them into computer. This is definitely 1990s, okay? So majority of our customers, like I said, are making the transition from paper forms to having apps, forms in the apps on their devices that they can fill out right away, click a submit button, and have the information automatically flow to their office, their customers, whoever it needs to go. We've been making a lot of improvements in this capability. The particular one is to enable customers to take their existing PDFs, which is pretty much everybody. Anytime you scan in a form, you get a PDF document, right, from the scanner. Now, don't stop there, because you can take your existing PDFs, go into Snappii Form Editor, load it, add the fields to the document, just overlay the fields that you want to be fillable, and then the magic happens. Publish, click Publish, and invite users. Your users get email notification with a link to download the app. They open the app, they can start filling out your form. It's that easy. So we have really streamlined this process of taking a PDF file and turning it into an app that you and your users can use anytime, anywhere, where information gets automatically propagated to wherever it needs to go, including external systems, ERP, CRMs, wherever it needs to go, Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, into the database. Basically, no information lost. The information gets out there immediately. And the most important thing, this is brain dead simple to do. There are no limitations on how many forms. You can take all of your forms, and for one price, same price, put all of your forms into this form app and really start getting rid of the paper, right, in a big way. So if you haven't tried this, go to the Snappii site, and under the mobile forms, go ahead and try this. This is just so brain dead simple, and the return on investment is tremendous, tremendous. We've also enhanced the platform in payment capabilities, right? So we heard from many of you, hey, I want to be able to take a payment right in my app. So we partnered with Stripe, which enables us to basically take any credit card payment. And this can be as simple as selling a single product, to having a catalog and a shopping cart that goes with it. So whatever it is that you want to sell, you can enhance your apps with this capability to take payments. Pretty cool stuff. Another really exciting thing that we've added is the ability for you to make, or for us to make for you, Uber-like apps, right? Everybody is excited and knows from using Uber themselves, that it's pretty cool to see things moving on the map, see the taxis. But the idea is a very good idea that is extensible to many, many different domains. This is not just for taxi apps, right? It has lots of useful use cases. So anything that involves people in motion, objects in motion, products, any kind of app that would be greatly enhanced by seeing a real-time view of objects, people, products in motion would be tremendously enhanced, right, by this capability. So if you like Uber and you want to make your app Uber-like, you can do so now. It's easy, straightforward. Let me share some typical use cases where we have applied it and where you can certainly apply it as well. Say you're a construction company and you want to be able to track equipment, right? No more having to call the office, where is this bulldozer or where is that crane? I mean, you can literally see it real time on the map wherever it happens to be. Same for employee tracking, right? Let's say you're doing some kind of a delivery business and you want to be able to open the app, see where your employees are at any given time, click on them if you need to interact with them, but the same idea, right? Be able to track and to see in real time. Same thing for, say delivery. Say you're doing, I don't know, furniture delivery as an example, or food delivery, which is a very hot business in many metropolitan areas. Same idea. You can, as a dispatcher, can see your delivery people, or turn this around and give it to your customers. So your customers can see, where is my delivery, in being able to interact with you. So very powerful capability. The last but not least, there's a very good security use case here. We've heard from, we've spoken with a number of college campuses, and one of the big problems is, tracking, dispatching police to, if there is some kind of a problem or an assault or whatever going on campus. So a simple app with a panic button. Once the panic button is pressed, police dispatching units start seeing exactly where the victim is and where they're going, if they're running away, for example, so that they can dispatch help, and being able to track you and know exactly where you are. So very, very powerful use cases with Uber-like capability. Another thing that we heard as a requirement from many of our customers, especially those working in the field, is that, Android and iOS apps are great for the field, but we have a lot of people in the office that need to use the app too. So how can we use it on our desktops for those people? So we've made HTML5 capability. So when you make app, you can now generate the HTML5 version automatically, right? So this way the people in the office and people in the field can literally use one app. It also happens to make a much better preview for previewing your apps as you're building them in Snappii App Editor. So with essentially one build, you're generating both apps and a website to go with it. So pretty cool stuff. If you haven't seen it, it's very easy. There's no work to do other than just select HTML5 and publish it. And you turn your apps into an app plus a website. Another really cool feature that we've added is ability to do what we call trigger notifications, right? So we all know that push notifications are wonderful. I mean, they really capture your attention, right? You can't ignore them on your phone. Boom, they pop up, they get your attention. It works much better than email. So we've added a very powerful capability to let you enhance your apps with what we call trigger notifications. So the way this works basically is we monitor the database that you have, and you can go ahead and add triggers to send out notifications on any change or even just a view of that database. So where is this helpful? So for example, say you have some kind of an app with several users in it or several types of users, basic workflow, right? Someone completes a task, then you want notification to be sent to the next person or a group that need to complete the task, and the next one, and so on. So you can literally put in a simple trigger that will automatically send a push notification to whoever it needs to send to based on some condition. And it's very powerful filter. You can specify all kinds of conditions, from as simple as somebody viewed certain information to somebody submitted a form to pretty much any changes you can think of. So it's a very flexible and a very powerful mechanism that can literally enhance any app, especially if you have any kind of a workflow going on in your app. This will really give it a tremendous amount of value. If you haven't tried it, please do. Okay, so those were kind of the major additions that we've done in 2016. Let's switch gears and talk about what it is that we're doing in 2017. So the one sort of big overriding theme is that we're really going to focus on further simplifying the platform, making it easier for people to use and learn quickly. We want to improve the capabilities in terms of serviceability, reliability. We're experiencing, as I said, tremendous growth. Just to give you an example, from January to February, okay, the number of transactions on Snappii platform, I say transactions like form submissions, has literally doubled. So the platform is getting tremendous use. A lot of capability, a lot of use going in, and so we really want to make sure that performance remains good, reliability is there, and scalability. We can continue to scale because we expect this growth is going to accelerate even more, and we want to make sure that the platform is rock solid, right? Rock solid. So the overarching theme for a lot of the things that we have, and we've added a tremendous amount of features. I still continue to believe that it's the most powerful do-it-yourself, no-coding platform out there. A lot of features. Now let's make it work better, simpler, easier to understand, with performance and scalability. The other thing we're going to continue to do is to improve the Express app builder to enable more and more people to build apps quickly and easily without a learning curve. That's super important. So one of the first things you're going to see come out from us this year is the ability to basically get your reports anytime, anywhere. So we're going to store the reports that you generate, the PDFs and Excels, not only in the app, but we're also going to store them in your Snappii account. So anytime, app or not, whatever happens to your app, doesn't matter. You can always log in to snappii.com site and download your reports, right? So it's been asked for by many customers, and we're gonna release this capability in a matter of weeks. So stay tuned. Very important and super useful. Another thing we're going to release in 2017 is the ability to put a calendar out there in the app so that your customers, your partners, employees can schedule appointments and things in general. It manages conflict resolution automatically. It will send out reminder notifications. And this has many different use cases, right? I mean, just from car repair shops, if you can just go open their app and say, yeah, I want the the 3 o'clock slot, or restaurants, hair salons, medical, but also for a lot of internal use, right? Think about equipment scheduling. Things like this. So that's a capability that we've been working on. We're pretty far along, and we'll be releasing this year. Another really important capability that will enhance, I believe, literally every app is the ability to add chat. And when I say chat, I'm talking about any device to any device. So not Android to iOS, iOS to Android, doesn't matter. But even more importantly is the ability to exchange any file, right? Think about how useful that's going to be for your users from a collaboration point of view. If users in the app can chat and exchange any files, that's huge. That this is something like will increase pretty much every app out there. So we're also pretty far along in this capability, and then we'll be adding it to our apps, as well as adding it to the platform so that you can take advantage of this capability as well. So pretty exciting stuff. We've been moving right along. I'm trying to stay within 30 minutes. So now I'm going to stop and answer your questions. So if you haven't answered the question, enter the question, go into the questions section, please, and I will start answering them. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Whoa, lots of questions. Make this window a little larger so I can see them all. Yep. Yes, Kevin, I'm recording the presentation, and you're welcome to get copies of it. I'll ask the marketing crew to email it to everyone. So the question about the GPS tracking, does the device need to be on the bulldozer? Good question. No, actually, unlike many of the sort of established Fleetmatics solutions type things that require a GPS to be installed, we're basically tracking the individual, right? So it wouldn't be the bulldozer, it would be the operator that will have the capability to be tracked. So that's how it's done. No hardware, just purely through the app. All right. Thank you. Yeah, we're glad to get HTML5 out too. It's been a very long project for us. We worked on it for over a year. Please continue to send us feedback. I think we covered all the bases, but still, as you're um, generating that for your apps, let us know how we're doing there. Okay, so another question is about the triggers, the notification triggers. So the conditions and filters are in the dashboard, right? Not in the app editor, but in the dashboard. And just same dashboard where you see stats for the app is where you can go ahead and and add triggers. So we're going to be doing some additional demos of that capability. So be sure to enroll in that. And we'll be communicating the schedule. By the way, for all of that, we're going to do triggers, notification demos, Uber-like capability demos, and so on. So stay tuned. Okay, so another question about the programmer support. We always have a developer. We have a number of developers that within the our time zones. I guess let's take that offline. I want to understand a little bit more about what you're asking. Okay, another question here. One second. Oh, is there going to be an additional charge for HTML5? No, there isn't. So it's part of the subscription fee. So, go ahead and use it as much as you like. Thank you. All right, another question is, okay, so the question is, yeah, once the app is finished, is the customer continuing needing to pay? Yes, Anwar, yep, because the app continues to use the platform and all of its services. So, yep, as any hosted solution, there's a continuous subscription charge, correct. Okay, another question is on analytics. Can we export analytics from an app in Snappii? So you can export data, any of the data that the app is collecting as Excel spreadsheets. You can that's built in. Not sure what you're talking about when you say analytics. Are you talking about Snappii analytics? Maybe you can clarify that a bit. Okay, I'll let Darlene know. Yep. Good, great, many good questions. Question on the PDFs is, so how does that work? So the way that it works basically is you can load any PDF file, basically your existing paper form. When you run it through the scanner, you get a PDF. You can take that PDF file. It doesn't have to be fillable, just a plain copy of your paper form. And then you could literally drag and drop the fields that you want to be fillable. And then you hit publish, you invite users, And then literally, this is where kind of the magic happens. The PDF becomes an app, right? Once you log in, for every PDF that you add, you'll see a different tab in the app. So you can have as many of them as you want, or you can go to a hamburger menu and use that. So a lot of different ways that you can do this, but very quick. It's very easy, and anybody can do it. Okay. Let's see. Hang on. Trying to get to all of them. Yep, I am recording this presentation, so you'll have a copy of it. Okay. Okay. Another question on training and documentation for the. Yes. So we will be scheduling a couple of focused training sessions at no cost, so that you can learn about the database triggers. We'll do them separately so we can keep them short and sweet and focused. So we'll do one on triggers, trigger notifications. We'll do one on Uber-like capability, and yeah. So yeah, we'll schedule a number of them. Okay. Other questions? Okay. So question is, can we add 2 ready-made apps into one app? Yes, you can. Yep. You can put in as many apps as you like, and arrange them whichever way you want. Like I said, we're making the same capabilities that we make available for customers, we make available for our partners. So I hope you take advantage of these enhanced apps. They're certainly easy to use and easy to combine, so that's not a problem. Okay, you're welcome. All right. Are there any other questions? If not, you can, if you think of something, feel free to email it me. My email is abakman, ABAKMAN, at snappii.com. So if you think of something that we missed or you forgot to ask, go ahead and email me. Otherwise, I thank you for your time. We'll make the recording of this presentation available to you so that you can share it with others and review it later at your leisure. Again, thank you. Thank you for your business, and keep your ideas and feedback coming. That's how we managed to build a wonderful set of apps and a great platform. So very important that you keep your feedback coming. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.